Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be starting a new series on my channel. This series is going to be about an author that I love and going through other books that I love, and mostly these are going to be reverse harem authors that I think write the best reverse harems, and I have been reading their books for years at this point, and that I just love, and I just want to dedicate a series of videos on authors that just aren't acknowledged enough and that write this amazing genre that a lot of people haven't heard of, haven't read yet, or honestly just don't like, but I love, so I'm here to share it with all you guys. We're going to be talking about the one and only. We have heard about them on my series multiple times, Miss C.M. Stunch. As you can tell, I absolutely love her. There's more over there, but I can't hold them all. We will start off with the first series that I ever read from her, and a series that I constantly am just rereading. But before we do that, I just want to give you a little bit background on her. C.M. Stunch is a self-admitted bibliophile with a love for exotic teas and a whole lot of characters who live full time inside the strange, swirling vortex of her thoughts. Some folks may call this crazy, but Caitlin Morgan doesn't mind, especially considering she has to write biographies in the third person. Oh, and half the host of characters in her head are searing hot bad boys, which we love, with dirty mouths and skillful hands, among other things. Being crazy means hanging out with them every day. CM has decided to have herself committed. Me too. Sign me up. I'm committed with you. She hates topeka pudding. Not really sure what that is. I probably mispronounced that. Loves to binge on cheesy horror movies. Me too. And is a slave to many cats. When she's not vacuuming fur off of her couch, feel that? C.M. Stunch can be found with her nose buried in a book on her or her eyes glued to a computer screen. She's the author of over 30 novels, romance, new adult, fantasy, and young adult included. Please come and join her inside her crazy. There's a heck of a lot to do there. Oh, and Caitlin loves to chat, so feel free to email her, send her Facebook messages, or put up smoke signals. She's already looking forward to it. I just love her. I already love her as a person. I feel like when I wanted to read that, because I feel like when you get to that part in books, at least me, if they're not my favorite author, I kind of just skim right over it because it's like no point of me like reading that, if that makes sense. This is one of my favorite series by her, my first reverse harem series that I've ever read, and this is the Rich Boys of Burberry Prep. There is 4 books in this series: Filthy Bad Boys, Bad Blue Bloods, The Envy of Idols, and In the Arms of the Elite. This is following a secret society. She ends up going to this prep school where it's literally full of rich kids, and she is the only, which they call charity case, because she has a scholarship to go to the school, but obviously she worked really hard to get to the scholarship. So we're seeing her journey with the guys. It starts off with 3 and then more just keep on getting added in, and I absolutely love it. I think all the guys are so unique in their own way, and how they come together is just such a beautiful thing for her, and how just it gets crazy. Like the plot twists in here are just blow my mind. And of course, as soon as I finished reading this, I think I started this series when she was just coming out with the books in it. But this is the Addison All Boys Academy, and these, they eventually all interconnect in some type of way, right? So the Secret Girl, the Ruthless Boys, and then the Forever Crew. And I just love these covers. Like, look at this cover. Look at the butterflies on it. It's gorgeous. Don't know if you guys can really see it, but it's gorgeous. This one has a bow and key right there. It's gorgeous. Like, I just love these covers because they're so simple, but like everything at the same time. This one, she is obviously going to an all-boys academy pretending to be a guy, and at the school weird things kind of just start happening, and like murders are happening, and she gets attached to the council group, which is funny when you say it like that. And they're all these guys. You know what's so crazy is that, like, I feel like when you read reverse harems from the same author, you kind of feel like some of the guys kind of like, you're like, oh, that can be this guy from that book. But honestly, completely honest to God, all her boy characters are so different. Even the females, they're all just so different. Back to the story. So she has Church, Ranger, Spencer, Micah, and Tobias. Crazy. It gets wild in this one because it's more like of a murder mystery. You're trying to figure out who's killing who, why they're being killed, and obviously in this one there's that secret society element. It kind of goes hand in hand with the Burberry Prep series as well. They're all like interconnected in some way. We learn about all these different prep schools in the Burberry Prep because that secret society kind of evolves all of them. I'm waiting waiting for her to come out with the all-girl academy one, because I think that one's going to be a little bit crazy as well. We do see the all-girl academy in this one as well. It gets to a point where she has one of the guys fooled and he thinks that he might be into guys as well as girls, and it's so funny when he finds out like, hey, that's not the case, and like she apologizes profusely for confusing him or whatever the case may be. It does get cleared up in here. This is one of my other favorite series by C.M. Stunch. I just love it. I love her. I love just how easy it is to read and all the detail she puts into the characters. Like, you feel literally like you're one with them. Then of course, I feel like a lot of people have heard, if anything, this series by her, which is the Havoc series. This series kind of just stole my heart, honestly. It's not my favorite out of all of them, but it's crazy as well. So this is basically following a gang. First book is Havoc at Prescott High. She used to be friends with them, I believe it was, or they all had like some unique interaction with her throughout the years to get them to the point that they're at now, right? And they see that one of them was dating her, was her boyfriend, and he had to break her heart essentially, and we're seeing this all play out, and then her coming back to this crew and them trying to protect her from sinister things that are going on in like their surrounding area and at school, and like her stepdad, and just a lot of crazy things going on. So we have this one, and then we have Chaos at Prescott High, Mayhem at Prescott High, which each cover I believe is one of the guys. Yeah. Let me just show you the first one again. I mean, who wouldn't want to read that? Then Anarchy at Prescott High. When I tell you I devoured these series, I devoured them. Victory at Prescott High, like I cannot wait to actually reread every single one of these. Maybe I'll do a whole reading vlog on rereading this. I reread Havoc I think last year, but I do want to read the back of Havoc because like I said, a lot of things go on in these series, but I don't want to give anything away. That there's one word you don't utter at Prescott High, not unless you want them to own you. H-A-V-O-C. Havoc. Hail, Aaron, Victor, Oscar, and Caleb. The Havoc boys rule the hellhole we call Prescott High. Once upon a time, they ruled me. For an entire year, I endured their shit, but senior is going to be different. This year, I own them. I've made a pact with the Havoc boys to get the vengeance I deserve. Their price, me, at their beck and call. In their beds, a part of their gang, their girl, a Havoc girl. Those dirty, rotten boys are going to get revenge against everyone that's wronged me. Everyone but themselves. I mean, you can't tell me that just sucks you in right there, because it sucked me in, and obviously it's a reverse harem. And let's just say Chef Kisses, how she made this. Obviously I said it's gang, so it's gang involved, and I believe she has the Scarlet, I can't remember exactly what the girl's name is, but I know her first name is Scarlet, and this is happening years after Scarlet series, which she has Scarlet series currently coming out. I think she has 2 books out of it, and we see Scarlet mentioned in this one a lot as well, and the gang, and then I think some of her guys as well. Y'all, this whole universe is just all somehow interconnected, because they do, I can't remember exactly if they mention it by name, but they do mention prep schools in that one as well. I think the only one, oh no, I think this one, the next series I'm going to talk about that I just read last year for the first time that literally consumed my life. And when I say these are like some huge books, these are some huge books, and I'm pretty sure I finished this whole series in a week, and I think there's maybe 4 books in it if I'm not mistaken, and that's The Lost Daughter of a Serial Killer. And in this one they mentioned Scarlet as well. I think they're like in a town over or something from the Havoc boys and that whole world. This is Stolen Crush. I mean, just like her covers just like entrap me, and because I feel like most of them give kind of like of a, at least this one gives me like more gothic vibes. Payback Princess, and this one is just I'm just gonna read the back of this one, and this one is a reverse harem as well, but this whole concept of this plot in this series is just, it blew my mind. Like, I was honestly like, my mouth was on the floor and I was just gasping because I couldn't believe it, but then I also like needed to run right next to the next book. It was just so good. So let me read, I believe Stolen Crush is the first one. Finding out you're the daughter of a millionaire true crime novelist isn't all it's cracked up to be. When I was 2, I was kidnapped by a loving family, sure, but still kidnapped. Now my biological mother wants me to live with her on the opposite side of the country. Her and my new stepdad and his jerk of a son, Parrish. Wannabe tattoo artist, luxurious rich boy, potty mouth. Starting a new life on the West Coast sucks, especially when there's no love lost between me and my new family. Oh, and my biological father, did I mention that he's a serial killer who wants me to play his game? Like, what? Find the right clues, follow the right trails, or someone I love gets hurt. But what if he's just kidnapping someone I hate instead? Parrish Vanguard is a royal asshole. The question is, does he deserve to die? With the help of Parrish's best friend, Max and Chasm, I think it's Chasm. I'm so bad at this. I have to risk everything to save a boy who considers himself my sworn enemy. Even if I save his ass, he'll never thank me. Lucky for him that our love-hate relationship isn't a deal breaker. I'll play dad. Start the game. So I only have the first two books in the series, but I do need to get the other ones and I cannot wait to get them to add them to my collection. I'm telling you, any book that she writes, I'm reading. That's the type of vibe that I get from her and I just love it. There's so many other ones. I have read, let me go to my Goodreads and pull her up because she has a ton more and I have read some, but obviously I just don't have the physical copies. I read Groupie, which is a rock hard, beautiful series, and the Groupies is the first book in it, and this one literally had me like fanning myself. Wild. It said this book has one girl and 5 bad boy rock stars. She owns them all, heart, body, and soul. Don't read it unless you like to ugly cry, and also unless you like threesome, foursomes, and moresomes. Can one of these 5 rock stars fill the hole in my heart, or will I stay broken forever? Young, dumb, and broke. That's what has started everything. $5 in her pocket and everything she owns stuffed in the back of her car. Lilith Good's life is over. Done. Destroyed. 10 words, 1 text. That's what it took to change the whole world. A crumpled concert ticket. A chance encounter. That's what it takes to start all over again. 5 rock stars, 1 girl, 6 dark hearts, 6 withered souls, but can one broken person really put another back together again? And is a cross-country tour the place to do it? I mean, you can't tell me that does not sound good. So it says Groupie is a 130,000 word novel and heartache, love, grief, and the beauty of sex. It contains rock stars, concerts, young love, deep hurt, broken past, group sex, one beautiful girl who falls in love with 5 guys, and 5 guys who fall in love with one beautiful girl. This is an MMMFMM book with strong focus on the woman. Although the men aren't scared of each other's bodies, it has a happy ending. No cliffhangers, and is the first book in the trilogy. So I read the first book, I can't even tell you when, like years ago at this point. Yeah, in 2019. So I have not finished that series yet, but I do want to get to it because it sounds good. I read Devil's Day Party by her, and this is like a Groundhog's Day, so it's like they're replaying the day over and over and over again. But like I said, it's just as good. It says I crashed my shitty yellow Volkswagen Beetle into Calix Aston Martin. To be fair, he deserved it, but Calix and his friends Baron and Raz, they don't see it that way. Not that it matters. They bullied me for years and I've never known why. At least today they have something real to be pissed about. All of which would be fine if today was a normal day, but it's not. It's far from normal. My mantra has always been this too shall pass, but not today. Not the worst day of my life. Hot bullies, busted cars, and pain. Someone kill me now. And like I said, this is like a Groundhog's Day where she's replaying the day over and over and over until she gets it right. She has a whole bunch of other books that I just still have not gotten to that obviously I need to. Oh, this is the Scarlet one, the Scarlet Force, and the first book in that series is Fuckboy Psychos, and that's the only one that I read because I think at the time the second one wasn't out, but there are 4 books in it. The second one is Unholy Terrors, the third one is Vile Bastards, and the 4th one is Stalking Nightmares. Oh, maybe they all are out. Yeah, they might all be out. Well, I don't think number 4 is out. As well there, stop right now. You don't want to read this. Trust me, you really, really don't want to read this. So back away slowly, hands up, and I won't have to kill you. They might though. They might be willing to warm my bed, but I wouldn't say I trusted them. Just a bunch of psychos, really. My 3 boys. My 3 psychos. Alexei Grove. God, what could I possibly say about him? How the mighty have fallen. Neurotic, violent, germaphobe. He hates to be touched. He hates the people who brought his family down even more. Next, there's Widow. Ties, edgy, unpredictable. Never have I seen a man so twitchy yet so alpha. Just don't make the mistake I did. Don't touch his effing car. Lastly, there's Bones. Oh, Bones. He's a shadow of Prescott. Hi. If you have enough cash, he'll do anything, literally anything, even bury a body. Also, he gave me a severed finger as a present. That must count for something, right? Then there's me. I'm a boss. I race cars and always win. Rule is if I can ride, I can win it. What I can't do is protect you. So here's my final warning. Run, don't walk, better yet, ride. Ride hard, ride fast, and don't look back. If you see my boys in the rear view, it's already too late. Love, Scarlet, mother effing Force. Oh, I do want to go back. Actually, I might start that after I'm done with the book that I'm currently reading because wow. I just love her, guys, and the way that she writes her females. All her females are very alpha females too. Like, they don't like to be run over, and I can probably say that I'm pretty sure I gave most of the books, all these series, like 4 or 5 stars, and I eat it up. And like I said, she is one of my favorite reverse harem authors. She's one of those authors that she puts it out and I'm reading it, and I am so happy that I found her. I believe I found her on Kindle Unlimited. all her books are on Kindle Unlimited, so you can just go ahead and click on them and go read it like right away, because I promise you will not be disappointed. But if there's one book out of this whole series that I think that if you have never read Reverse Harem, you should probably start with, that I think kind of like eased me into it. If you like a bully, dark romance, secret society, I would definitely start with the Rich Boys of Burberry Prep series, because it won't disappoint. And I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye!